Yeah, Mafia Magazine Radio.
Yo, what's good? It's Flygo, brother.
Hey, what's good, Flygo? Hold on for a second, baby. Let me set you up real quick, all right?
Yes, sir.
For all my listeners out there, man, I got the opportunity to sit down, man, with an incredibly gifted cat that goes by the name of Flygo. And we're going to sit down with Fly for a little while, baby. He's going to let us know what it takes for him to put his music in. So, Fly, baby, how the music treating you these days, son?
Hey, man, the music is treating me good, man. You know, it's always a tough road, man. It's always a mountain to climb and a hurdle to jump, man. But nonetheless, man, I'm blessed. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm still doing my thing, and you know, and I'm still at it, brother.
No question, baby. So let everybody know, man, first and foremost, man, where you originally from and how long you actually been doing your thing.
That's what's up, man. I'm from Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, to be exact. And I've been doing my thing, man, since I was about 17, man. I've been writing music since I was about 17 and producing. I started engineering as well at the age of like 20. So you know, I pretty much been doing everything, you know, everything from the jump, man. You know, I never went to school and got certified or anything, but everything I've been doing, man, is pretty much just been on my own with my boy Adam Carson. And, you know, we just been hard at this music, this grind, man, for at least about a good 8-9 years, man. So it's, you know, so it's definitely been a blessing.
Oh, okay. So at some point, man, you know, in everybody's life and everybody's career, there had to be something or somebody, man, that inspired you to be able to do the music and want to do the music the way that you do. Let us know, man. Give us some insight on what was your inspiration, man, and what made you decide that you wanted to do music and do the things that you're doing in the music game like you're doing today.
Yeah, man. You know, definitely growing up, man. You know, all the original greats. You know, from the East Coast to the West Coast. You know, the Bigs, the Pacs. You know, the Snoops, the Rakims, Ice Cubes, LL Cool J's. I mean, everybody. But it really didn't take off for me until I first heard Eminem.
Okay.
And him being Caucasian and him doing his music the way that he did it, like really being him, you know, it really made me believe, like, okay, you know, I knew my African American men were doing it, but it's like, okay, if this white guy could come in and just, you know, be this raw and be this good, you know, it really let me know that, like, there should be no reason why I have an excuse to, you know, to not be able to do this music and do it the way that I actually want to do it, not the way that other people want to hear me do it.
Right.
So, you know, he was a real big inspiration, man, and you know, ever since then, you know, I've really just been doing my own thing ever since, you know, I started listening to him, and that's what really gave me the motivation to start writing my own music.
No question, baby. So here's one of the things that I want to know, and I'm quite sure the fans want to know. There's a lot of layers to what you do and who you are. You know what I'm saying? And you know, along with being, you know, a lyricist, a singer, songwriter, producer, engineer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you got the full package going on over there.
Right.
You know, what's one of the things that actually you love doing the most? You know what I'm saying? And just give us some insight on why you love doing that the most. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it be the singing, the rapping, the producing, you tell us the story.
Right. I mean, what I really like doing the most, man, is really more on the engineering side of it. You know, the actual finished product of taking something from scratch and then, like, you know, turning it into something magical. So, you know, that piece of it, it's like, I don't even want nobody touching it. You know, whatever I recorded, it's like, I don't want nobody touching it unless my own fingers touch it.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I wanted to sound the way I wanted to sound, and then take it from there, and, you know, just to see people's reaction. I mean, even live performances, like, you know, I probably say engineering and the live performances are probably like the most exciting part for me, and that's what I actually enjoy doing the most, because the songwriting just comes, like, you know, it just comes out and it's there, and, you know, the rest of it is like, okay, it's time to take this music and take it to the next level. So, you know, it's got to sound great. It's got to sound terrific. And then you got to get out there and you got to sell it. You really got to be terrific at selling it as well. So those are the two parts that I enjoy the most about everything.
Right. And it sounds like that you love tinkering with it, man. It sounds like you love experimenting and putting this and putting that and touching this and touching that and pushing that up and down. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what time it is, man, because you stay in control of what you're doing and how you want it to be done. You know, and that's critical. And that's absolutely critical in this game. So tell us, man, what brought about that first volume 1 mixtape that you did, Up in Smoke. Let us know, man, what brought that about, what made you do that, who was on it, and what it all took to put that together.
Right. Man, it's crazy, man. It was so long ago. uh, really, man. You know, that was like my actual first. Like, I had already recorded like 2 projects. Like, I used to record like when I was in high school. I would record in the football players' field house, fucking at home on Christmas in the Christmas trees with the computer microphones. Like, man, it was so crazy. But the volume 1, man, one of my close friends had actually went to school and got certified as an engineer, and he had a little studio set up, and I really thought it was time for me to actually really put out a real project, and that project wasn't even finished. Like, it didn't even get mixed or nothing, because the dude, my boy that was doing it, we all got into it. So it was like, it wasn't even like a finished product. I just took what I had, and me and my other dude, we just put it out there, man.
Right.
So it was really like an on the fly project, but it got such a good response. It was like I had to follow up after that, and I didn't ever stop from that point.
Right. Good. I mean, and I was just getting ready to say, just because, like you said, it wasn't a finished product, you actually put it out there. Absolutely, there was some things that you learned actually doing that project, which actually set you up for the next things that you was going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and a lot of people don't really get that part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's all sometimes it's a process. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we learn from trial and error. You know what I mean? So so then you came up, man, with the hit single. What was it? Hater Droids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Hater Droids.
And you got 3 million views on that, man. So
man.
So that put you in the game for real. For those that don't know, tell us, man, what it took to do that, how you felt after that came out, man, and how you capitalized on that with your music behind that, man. But give us a little insight on that Hater Droids thing, baby.
Definitely, the Hater Droids, man. I was actually it came about in a crazy way. I was pretty much on SoundClick, and I was skimming through beats, man. And I had downloaded that beat, and I listened to it for like 3 straight hours while I was in the studio. And like, what's crazy was, like, that was the first song that I never wrote anything down. Like, none of the lyrics were written. It was just like an hour and a half of me just piecing bars together, and I was just feeling it. And then, like, and when I got the song done, my manager walked in, and I let him hear it, and he went fucking bananas. We found a videographer, and he just thought the song was bananas, and he had this crazy idea for the video. And we went up to Cincinnati. We shot the video in this fucking the Dent Schoolhouse. It's like a haunted house. It's like one of the top rated haunted houses in the country.
Okay.
And we had their staff on hand. We had makeup artists, we had a production crew, and that shit took like 13 hours. I had to wear them contacts for like 13 hours straight. And nobody really knows what I went through.
Right.
Man, nobody really knows what I went through, man, to get that video done. And but it came out great, man. And I really didn't expect it to do numbers that it did on World Star. And of course, I got a bunch of controversy because at that time, Hobson was coming up on the West Coast.
Okay.
And before I had even got into it, I had just heard of him right before we did the video.
Right.
And, the videographer had never even heard of him. So the contacts was just, the whole aspect of the machine, the machine droid part of it.
Right.
But everybody else took it like, I was biting Hobson type deal.
Right.
But it really wasn't nothing like that. So I think that was really a major reason why, it really escalated to what it did at the time. But, it definitely was a great experience. It was a learning experience. And it was definitely a big part of my career to this point.
No doubt.
So, we're trying to definitely get back to that. But like you said, I mean, everything's an experience. It's about learning, the type of people you got around you, the type of music that you're putting out. So, we're just trying to stay on board, man, and, get back to that spot, brother.
No doubt, baby. So I got a question for you, man. Like, we all know that you rap, you sing, you know what I'm saying? You songwrite, you do it all. But if somebody was to try to put you in a box, because a lot of folks, you know, they don't consider themselves rappers. They consider themselves a lyricist or entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody
Yeah.
that just does music. If you had
Yeah.
to possibly put a label on yourself, what would your label be? Would you be a rapper, lyricist, entertainer? I mean, you tell me what you would tell the people on who you really are.
You know, honestly, man, I would say, you know, if I had to be put in a box like that, then I would definitely say that, you know, I would just consider myself an entertainer, because
Okay.
I think when people, you know, especially like people say I'm a rapper or I'm a lyricist, like, you know, I look at that as, you know, you're boxed into just like one, you know, one particular area.
Right. Right.
You know, versus people who entertain, they entertain. Like,
Right.
you know, they're going to entertain anybody. It doesn't matter if you like rap, if you like jazz, if you like rock and roll, like, you know, and that's what this whole business is about. It's all about entertainment.
Right.
So, you know, and I think as far as me being able to songwrite, to produce, to engineer, there's so much more outside of the music that I can do that, you know, holds more value to just me calling myself a rapper or me calling myself a lyricist and not have nothing else behind it. You know, but that. So, you know, I would just call myself an entertainer, man. You know, I'm a very good people person. I like being around people. I like laughing. I like joking. You know, I like, you know, doing anything crazy, having fun. You know, that's what it's all about to me.
Getting it
so,
in,
you know,
yeah. So let's get to this project, baby. Let's get to the single. One of the singles that you're doing right now, man. Stay a While. You know, tell us where did that come from? Where did the concept come from? You know, and what made you want to put it down the way that you put it down, man?
Yeah, man. Stay a While, actually produced by this producer named Case the Producer.
Okay.
And you know, when I first heard the beat, man, it's just like a real seductive, you know, crazy dungeon type sound, man. It just like sucked me in, and it's just like I just had all these flashbacks of just, you know, when you had that one chick over that you've been waiting to get, and you get it, and it's like great, and you just don't want her to leave. Like, it's just like, just stay a while, just stay a little longer. So it's just like, you know, that whole mindset, man, was just, you know, all of my experiences, all of my great experiences with, you know, some great women that I've had in my life, and you know, I think a lot of fellas and a lot of ladies, something that everybody can relate to,
right? Because
I feel like everybody's been in one of those situations, or they fantasizing about being in one of those situations.
Right.
So, and you know, and just like I said, man, you know, the singing aspect of it, you know, just doing something different, you know, just having different parts of the music where it ain't just rap. You know, it's a little more. Like my mama listens to it, which is crazy. Like, it makes me uncomfortable because she listens to it, like she likes it. So
right.
I mean, when I seen that, I was like, man, we gotta run with this. So
I know that.
You know, that was good enough for me.
Yeah, no doubt, baby. So tell us, man. I know you got some things coming up. You know what I'm saying? Let us know a little bit about the 2 projects that you got coming out over the summer. You know what I'm saying? And so we all know what to be on the lookout for from Flygo.
Definitely, man. I got my first official project, my EP, man. My lips EP is definitely we shooting for like a spring, you know, a late spring, maybe early summer, and of course, you know, the Best Not Talked About mixtape with my label mate, River Green, man. So you know, those are the 2 projects we shoot for, you know, late spring, early summer, and you know, pretty much just try to set it on fire, man, for 2015, and you know, bring out something new, because Kentucky's not really looked at as, you know, people really don't look to this particular area for music or even think we got hot artists, but it's a lot of talent out here. It's a lot of talented artists other than myself that's actually, you know, doing their thing and on the come up, man. So, you know, that's all we trying to do, man, is you know, put the city on the map, put the state on the map. And, you know, we're just trying to have a presence in the game.
No doubt, baby. For all my listeners out there, man, y'all heard it first. Right here on Mafia Magazine Radio, man. Got my man Flygo, you know what I'm saying? Got his track, Stay a While. I want y'all to stay locked in, man, because we absolutely are going to bang this track for you to let you know, man, how Flygo really putting it in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fly, baby, listen here, man, before we go, man, I wanna give you an opportunity, man, to shout out and plug everything and everybody, man, that's helping you get to the place to where you are today.
Yes, sir, man. I just want to give a big ups, man, to everybody who supported me from volume 1 to now. You know, my friends, my family, especially my dude Adam, co-creator Carson, or Adam, the manager Carson, man, he's been with me since day one. Never turned his back on me, man. Anything I wanted to do, he was always there. He always helped. My boy Alan Sutton over in Saudi Arabia right now in the Navy. He's had my back from day one too. Just a whole lot of people, man. I know I'm probably gonna miss somebody, but definitely Facebook, of course, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Every level of social media is helping me stay alive. I just want to send a shout out to that. And definitely send a shout out to Mafia Radio having me on it.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. Man. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, no question, baby. So look here, man. Let me just say this to you before you go, man. I just want to say, man, may you be blessed in all that you do, and may you prosper in everything that you do. You heard?
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that for real.
No doubt, baby. Peace.
All right, bro.